Hello, this is Rob from Rims Models. This is my 7th update of this beautiful kit by Trumpeter, the 116 King Tiger. So I start, like I say, a big thank you to all my subscribers. All your comments, really do appreciate it. So it's only a short update, this one, but here I'm starting on the racks now for the shells. They're really detailed, fits excellent. A few ejector pin marks just to take care of. Nothing major. You've got, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones. But just so I don't get mixed up which is which, I'll just put the letters on each one. So you got like AA1, AA2, AA3. Just to make sure you don't get mixed up. All you got to do is just make sure you get these glued the right way up. Really nice. When they're actually installed as well, they look really good. Now I do exactly the same as I've been doing the weathering wise. The grey primer, then the what's the name, the XF64 for the chipping fluid, then the off-white. If you go back a couple of videos, I'll do a more in-depth look at how I'll do it. But everything's the same. I've done no weathering on it yet, apart from the chipping. I fitted it all first. I put all the shells in, then I should do the ping wash. Because as you'll see when I show you at the end, you can't really see that much anyway, so there's no need to really get too mad with the weathering on them. Okay, so just on the end I'll just put a little letter so I know which one it is. Okay, so you've got like an A, a B, C, D, E and an F, and you got 3 each one, like 3 A's, 3 B's, all different sizes as well. We can, I think you can just make the letter out there. Look, I don't know if you can. I'm just checking the drawing all the time, just making sure I get it the right way. I've got the right part number, and also I go through all the sprues as well, and before I cut them off I put all the numbers on as well, just so you know which is which. Alright, so I'm just showing you here now, these are only dry fitted. And all I do when I've painted it, just get a little drill the same size as your hole and just run the drill around it a little bit just to get all the paint out, and they'll fit perfect, no problems at all. Now there's 2 like little plates to put on the ends of these where that hole is, just so you got to fit them first before you fit these. Alright, so just carrying on. I don't show you every one being built. I'll just do a couple like just to show you. But it's all the same. They're basically all the same. They're just different sizes. Towards the back of the tank, that's where your most shells are, and then as you go forward, they get less and less. Okay, so again, test fit, make sure it all fits. I've got to say, I really enjoying this build. It just falls together. There's no issues. The only faults I'd say I've got is the lack of colour callouts. There's only 2 or 3 colour callouts, so it'll pay just to do a bit of homework. Just go online and just check what colours they are. But the main 2 colours seems to be the red oxide and the off-white. Them are the main 2 colours. Okay, so there's on the inside these ejector pin marks, but once the shells are in them you can't see them, so I didn't bother sanding them out. I just make sure the outsides are all sanded, because there is a little bit of a seam line. Because my plan is, when I do the upper hull, I want to leave it loose so I can pull it off, so you can see all the inside then. So I wanted all the ends of the racks to look decent. Okay, so just watch your finger as well when you're gluing it, so you don't leave a fingerprint on where the glue is. I've done that a couple of times and it looks a bit of a mess. We'll just lay it dry, don't touch it, and then you should be able to sand it off pretty easy. If it's a tight fit, then you're doing something wrong. There could be a bit of a screw connector stopping it, or you could be putting in the wrong piece in. If you have to force it in, then just check. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you now, just dry fitting it all. Just showing you the shells fitted. Just look in your drawing as well, because the shells face different ways. There's a bit of work to do. They'll be on the ends there, they'll be photo etched, so you'll see none of them holes. Okay, so you got 2. You got 1 each end, and then 1 in the middle of these racks. But what I do, I'll fit the 2 ends first, glue them in, put the shells in, and then slide the middle piece in after. I just found it a bit easier. A little bit fiddly. But once it's all glued in as well, it'll be a lot easier. You see, you only got to touch them and they all move. Okay, so there's also how many was it? I think there was 3. Was it 3? Yeah, there's 3 different shells as well to paint, and it just tells you which shell's going in which rack. The only thing it doesn't tell you is what colour they are. So I've gone online just to do a bit of research, and I've done them different colours as well, just to give them a bit of a variety. You got a bit of clean up as well on these. You've got 3 connection points on them, plus a seam line as well to take care of. Yeah, you got a bit of work there, but once you crack on with it, you'll soon get through them. Okay, so that's them fitted. Alright, so we're just carrying on now. These now I'm doing will be the front ones because they're a lot smaller now. So that one we've just done had 11 shells in it, but this one's only got 4. Okay, so I'm just making sure as well. The end is like at an angle, so you'll know you go it the right way then. If it's the other way, it won't fit right. Okay, so really easy. All I'm showing you here now, they're all glued. They're only dry fitted, but all the racks are glued together. The shells are in. Okay, so they're all ready for painting. They're all cleaned up. Right, now I'm going to show you now how I do the shells. So if you want to see how I turn that into that, then I'll show you. Really nice, really easy to paint. Okay, so as always, the first thing I do, clean it up, make sure they're clean, there's no seam line, and then all I do is just paint them with the Tamiya grey primer. Right, so what I'll do first, I'll paint the ends the yellow. All this is just yellow XF3. You can choose which colour you want on the ends. I've done yellow. I don't think I've done 3 different colours, I think it was. Okay, so I'll do that first, and then I'll mask it off, and then do the other colour then. Now this is not thinned down, it's straight out the bottle. Okay, so I just light coats and build it up in layers. Right, so now all I'm showing you now, the photo etch. This all comes with a kit. Everything you see. Got 2 little connection points just to cut them off. And all I do is just run the super glue around like this. And all that is the normal pound shop super glue. Nothing fancy. And then lay it down, drop it on top of it. Job done. And just leave it to dry then. Right, so all I'm showing you now, just mask it. I'll go around the edge first with the small mask, and then use the bigger one just to mask the whole of it off then. And then I'm ready to paint it now. Now that's the first time I've used this, the Mr. Metal. I must admit, I really like it. It sprays beautiful. Straight out the jar, no thinning. Just build it up in layers. It come out a little bit fast there, but once I got the hang of it, it sprays really nice. Really hard wearing as well. Because what you have to do when you've done them, you have to push them into the rack, so you got a chance of scratching the paint. So I thought I'll give this a try, and it really is a nice paint. strong though. You need to get yourself a decent mask and maybe a spray booth. Okay, so that's that done. It dries pretty quick as well. It's really quick drying. Well, all I do is just get my air dryer. Just get a quick blast to the air dryer, and that helps dry it quicker. And all we do now, just unmask it. Just careful as well, you don't scratch the paint with your tweezers. Okay, so that's it. And then just get the little bit of tape there, the little bit. Okay, so that's the shells done. And that's all I do on all of them. Is paint the tips first, then mask it off and paint the other end then. Okay, so now decals, again, these come with the kit. They're not extras. Really nice. Few seconds in the water, and then they slide off really nice. And I don't even use any decal solutions. There's no need to, because once they're laid down, they're fine. It just folds up a little bit on its own. So all I'm doing is just putting it back in the water, back onto the backing paper, and then redo it. If ever that happens, don't panic. Just put it back in the water, look, and then a lot of the time it'll go back right. Yeah, you'll be able to put it right. Now when you move it around, nice and gentle. If you go to, what's the name of your tweezers, you got a chance of tearing it. Now what I do is get the cotton bud, roll it out. Don't like rub it, just roll it. And all I'm doing is just making sure all the water is out. Okay, there's some of those shells I've got 4 decals on, some I've got 3. Okay, so but again, once you've got the bottom shells on, you're not really going to see it, because they're all covered up. So it's up to you if you want to decal everyone. I did, but because I'm going to leave the top loose, you could see most of it. But if you're gluing the upper hull on, then I won't bother doing everyone. Definitely paint them, because you will see through. All I've done, I just wet my cotton bud just to help move it a little bit, and then get the dry one and just again roll this off, roll the water across like that, get all the water out. Again, it's up to you if you want to use this setting solution. I don't bother, not on these. Okay, so that's all I do to them. These are them all finished. This is not all the shells, this is just for the lower hull. We can see really nice. Once they're in position, they look really smart. And then what I'll do, once they're all fitted in, I'll just make a little bit of a wash up, and just give them a bit of a wash, just to give them a bit of a dirty look. Them are them 2 plates I was on about. All you gotta do, make sure you get the right one, because you can get it the wrong way around. Now there's holes as well. You got holes and raised pins. Okay, so I'm just showing you now. This is now the complete. Once these are in, just glue them straight into position. Once you could just put super glue them in a little bit just to stop them moving if you wish. But if I was you, I'd fit them in position first and then glue them. Because if you glue the actual racks first and they don't line up with the holes, then you're gonna struggle to get them in. Now this one I'm doing here, I glue in as a complete finish, like a completely finished. Now I found this quite difficult to do, trying to locate the holes and keeping it all square. So what I'll do, I should glue them all first, the racks, and then put the shells in after. So basically now that's all finished. As you can see by the interior, I'm quite far ahead there. I'd say the lower hull there is probably 95% finished. Now the tracks are beautiful, really easy to build. We just got a pin each end, and they're really tight fit. So once you've squashed them in, they ain't coming out. Okay, so as you can see, just nice and gentle. Probably I'd say what good hours work here to do both of them. Bit of a clean up to do on the ends. There's no ejector pin marks. All you got is like where the sprue gates were on the ends. You just got to sand them down. But they come like that. You don't cut them off the sprues, they've already been cut off. These will really paint up and weather up nice. Fully workable as well. You've got, I'll just have a look how many there is. I think there's you've got 92 links each side, so you've got 46 of one and 46 of the other. Okay, so that's all you do. That's the tracks, dead easy. And now that's them finished, as you can see, fully workable. Really nice and easy to fit as well. Okay, so that's this completed now. That's the tracks fitted, the wheels fitted. It's all dry fitted, and it's workable as well. Look, as you can see here. All I've done there, I've just put a my own pin in there, just so I can take the tracks apart, and then when I've painted them, just put it back on with that pin and then cut it to size. Okay, so this is update 7 finished. Hopefully you like what you see, and if you do, please drop me a sub and leave a comment. I really do enjoy reading all your comments, and I really enjoy answering them. There'll be another update coming very soon, which I make a start on the turret, and that is a kit on its own, the turret. You'll when you see the parts, it's incredible. So I'll catch you in the next update, and thank you for looking.